Hello everyone, welcome to BioWorks. So our topic for today is double circulation. It's a part of circulatory system as we know, and this is a common topic in all classes, grade 10, grade 12, and in grade 10 also it is a topic included in all the boards. It is there for the SSC board, CBSE board, and as well as the ICSE board, right? So this is one of the important topic where most of the students have confusion. So I'm going to try and explain the simplest possible way I can. All right, so let's get started. So our topic for today is double circulation. This is a topic from the chapter circulatory system. And before we go to the actual process, let us understand why is it called as double circulation. All right. So as we know that the blood completes two rounds of circulation in the heart, or the blood flows through the heart twice. That is the reason it is called as double circulation. All right. Now the two rounds it completes are the systemic circulation and the pulmonary circulation. Okay, these are the two rounds the blood completes through the heart. So let us understand what these are. So here I have shown the structure of a heart, and alongside I have also shown a simple schematic representation of double circulation through the heart. All right. So here I've already labeled the four chambers of the heart. The upper chambers are the atria, the two lower chambers are the ventricles. Let us label the same chambers over here also so that it will be easier for you all to relate it. So this is the right atrium, this is the left atrium, this is the right ventricle, and this is the left ventricle. All right, the four chambers of the heart. Now let us look at the two types of circulations included. Here, as you can see, the blood flows through the lungs as well as the body parts. Fine. Now let us look at the lungs first. The blood from the right ventricle is pumped to the lungs. Now this blood that is pumped from the right ventricle to the lungs is the deoxygenated blood. All right. So the deoxygenated blood basically comes in the right ventricle from all the body parts. So this deoxygenated blood is pumped to the lungs. In the lungs, it gets oxygenated, and the oxygenated blood comes back to the left atrium of the heart. This circulation, starting from the right ventricle through the lungs back to the left atrium of the heart, is called as pulmonary circulation. It's called as pulmonary circulation because it involves the lungs. All right, so let me label that here. This is called as pulmonary circulation. All right. And the other type is the systemic circulation, which starts from the left ventricle. Now, the left ventricle already has the oxygenated blood coming from the lungs, right? So, from the left ventricle, the blood is pumped to all the body parts through the aorta, right? This is the oxygenated blood. Now, the body parts use up the oxygenated blood, and carbon dioxide is given back to the blood. So, the blood becomes deoxygenated once again, and the deoxygenated blood comes back to the heart into the right atrium of the heart. All right. So the course of blood from the left ventricle through the body parts back to the right atrium of the heart is called as systemic circulation. So let me label that here. This is the systemic circulation. All right. So the one that involves the lungs is the pulmonary circulation, and the one that involves the body parts is the systemic circulation. Fine. And just to relate to the schematic representation, I'll also label the arteries and the veins here. Like this is the vena cava, which brings the deoxygenated blood from all the body parts to the right atrium of the heart. Uh, this is the pulmonary artery, which carries the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs, as you can see here, from the right ventricle to the lungs. All right. Then the vein that comes from the lungs to the left atrium is the pulmonary vein. So this is the pulmonary vein. It brings the oxygenated blood from the lungs. And lastly, it is the aorta that arises from the left ventricle carrying the oxygenated blood to all body parts, right? So This is the aorta here, which is the largest artery in our body. Fine. So that's all about double circulation. And in this diagram, I've purposely highlighted the two sides of the heart. The right side of the heart is shown in blue and the left side of the heart is shown in red. This is to show the contrast of the oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood. We know that the right side of the heart always deals with the deoxygenated blood and left side with the oxygenated blood. That is the reason I have shown red and the blue colors, just to show the contrast. That's it for today. I hope you followed it. Thank you.